Hey peeps, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Nigella Sweet. So guys, in today's video I'll be doing something really different I've not done before, and I'm so excited to share this story with you guys. And in this video I'll be telling you guys why we end up not having a church wedding. Okay, and now this video is not to make anybody look bad or any church look bad or any person look bad, and this is just me sharing my experience. Okay, it has not really been convenient for me to do it because my neighborhood is so noisy and my baby has been refusing to sleep these days, only at night. And you guys know I can't vlog in the night because everybody's sleeping and I'm feeling sleepy and all that. So that's my baby, she's playing. Oh, what is it? All right guys, so please, if you hear her voice, don't mind. I'm sorry. So I already have my eyebrows done. This is my newest eyebrow routine and it's looking very natural and simple. I already primed my eyes and I'm just going to go ahead and this is my new, I got this green shade palette recently and I am loving it. So I just want to try and use this palette today for my eyes as my eyeshadow for today. And so while I do, I will try and I'm trying to stay focused so that I can maintain eye contact with you guys. So pardon me if you see me looking at the other side. This is the first time I'm talking and doing makeup. I want to see how possible this is. So without wasting much of your time guys, let's get started. So guys, welcome back. So before I get started, let me gist you guys from how the whole thing started. Okay, so it was after my introduction. My husband wasn't around at that time, and after the introduction he called me after some months and said, okay guy, okay babe, I'm ready for us to get married and I want to start putting things in place before I come, so that because I don't have enough time to stay and prepare for the wedding, so you have to start making preparations before I come join and we get married. So I said okay. So I called my mom and we both agreed that we're doing a church wedding. We're going to be having a traditional wedding, a church wedding, and a court wedding. So I had to talk to my mom about it. And aside from me and my sister, because I stay in Lagos, so aside from me and my sister who stays in Lagos, every other family member stays in the village, and my husband is from my hometown, my mom's village to be precise. So guys, we started preparing. So I called my mom and I told her about the whole plan. So I asked her to talk to her pastor for me because I attend church here in Lagos. I want to have everything done apart from the court wedding. I want to have the church wedding and the traditional wedding there in the village. So she said okay. So she went to talk to the pastor about it, and the pastor's wife called and asked me to come, that I have to come to the village for all the arrangements and preparation, that I have to go, that we have to do a 6 months wedding counseling section. So I said okay. So I traveled down to the village, and guess what? So she said I have to go get a form in the nearest village close to my village, which is just like, I don't know how many kilometers that is, but it's just like 500 naira to the place. So I traveled down there, got the papers, and I had to get 2 papers to fill for myself and my husband, and papers, and brought it to her, and she asked me to fill. And the first letter they asked me to bring is a letter from his pastor before he traveled out of the village. His pastor, the church he was attending. So I collected I saw the pastor, talked to him about it, and he gave me a letter to them. That was the first step. So next they said I will have to bring him for counseling. So I told them that of course you guys know that he's not around and all that. So what's the other options? I'm sorry, my lady is playing. So they said okay, that he has to go through the counseling section online. How possible is that? I said very possible. So I talked to my husband about it, and we both agreed to do a counseling on the phone. We did. So in that list, in that form they gave me, they asked that I provide the wedding list. That's the traditional bridal list that I will have to bring my bridal list attached to the form. So I was wondering, I said, what for? And they said that I have to bring so that they have to see and know how we are going to repay my bride price and all that and the things involved. So I said, okay. So I brought the bride price. And so when I did, guess what, guys? Then before then, the pastor's wife had to talk to my husband on the phone, and he asked him, are you aware this lady is here for the arrangement of the wedding, that you both of you are getting married? And he said yes. And he said, how sure are you that this person is your wife? And he said, because I love her so much. And she said, no, you can't use the word love until you guys are married. And I'm like, okay. I mean, why should two people get married if they don't love each other in the first place? Is that why they're getting married? That's one. And then they said I should go bring the bridal list. And when I did, they checked everything and they saw the requirements, what my people wanted my husband to bring for bride price. And they said that we will have to talk to our elders about it, that they will have to cancel the drink, that's the alcoholic drinks, and that we're not buying alcoholic drinks, we're not giving them alcoholic drinks, we're not providing, we're not presenting alcoholic drinks. And I said, why? This is a traditional wedding, it has nothing to do with the church. And mind you guys, I don't drink. I don't drink, not because I'm holy or I'm a spiritual person that I am against it completely. That's not my business. But I don't drink because I don't have head for drinks. I don't like it. So the next thing is, so they said that they will have to cancel the drink part, and I'm like, okay. And the second one, they said I have to cancel the cola, that there's no cola, that I'm not presenting any cola nuts to my elders or the elders, and that we should rule it out and go talk to our elders about it. So I was wondering, how is that possible? I will have to go back to my elders and tell them that I am not providing, my husband will not provide this, my husband will not provide that. Like, who does that? Like, this is a traditional wedding. It's a traditional wedding. It's not a court wedding. It's not a church wedding. So why not let the church, the tradition, do theirs, and let the church do theirs? Why would you want to meddle, you know? So I was wondering, it doesn't make sense for me. Why would he tell me to go? And besides, I trust that my uncle, me, will not go and tell him, uncle, my husband will not bring this. It's just like I'm imposing my belief and my belief and my, I don't know how to say it, I'm imposing it, I'm forcing it on them to accept. I mean, I don't think that is good. That is a good thing to do. And besides, trust my uncle. He will tell me that you're not the first person getting married in this family, so you will not come and tell us what to do. And if you see, and if you think that the church will be the one to tell you what to do, just go and meet the church to give you a bridal list and go and pay your bride price. That my uncle Kagoro, he will not even agree in the first. We just say, go and meet them. You're not the first person to get married in this family. So that one passed. I was just following it, still thinking of how to, go about it. So we're still preparing, and the next thing they said was that my husband is not born again. that my husband is not born again. I mean, who does that? Let me do this other eyes, guys. I'm staying too long. That my husband is not born again. And I'm wondering, who gives you, are you assistant God? Who gives you that right to judge someone's salvation like the person is not born again? Who does that? Why do you think the person is not born again? Because you saw one picture one time when my husband had dread on. So does that make him not born again? Another one that offed me completely was that they said that if I want to have a court wedding, that we have to do it in the church. That now the church have new rules and new principles or protocol, that if you want to do a court wedding, you don't do it outside the church. You bring it in, like you have to come and meet them, fill a form. They will be the one to go and get. They will be the one to go get the papers and certificates. That they will be the one to join us legally. They will be the one to go get the form. All right, so guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to put my baby to sleep. So talking about them going to the court to get certificate and everything ready for them to officiate the court wedding, that the church will be the one to do the court wedding, and that it actually went with the threat, and that if we do the court wedding outside or in the court and not in the church, that they will not do the church wedding for us anymore. That was what they said. And I'm like, why would the church want to be involved in everything, in the traditional, in the court and all that? I just want the church to do theirs, let the traditional do theirs, and let the court do theirs. So why take part in the tradition, in the court, in the in the court part and all that? It didn't go well with me at all. Another thing again that happened was that the pastor said that he doesn't know me, that I will have to bring a letter from my pastor here in Lagos that they don't know me. And my mom said, you know me, I'm a worker in your church, and anytime my daughter visits, I always bring her to the church and bring her to you and your family. And guys, I wasn't there. My mom was telling me how the pastor was pointing at her, talking to her anyhow, and I'm like, okay, mommy, let's just forget this thing. It's not going to work, because I'm her last child, and every other person, every of my siblings have actually gotten married, and there was never an issue, of a pastor warning my mom and trying to slap her or beat her. So I said, no, my body will come start because I won't marry now. You guys understand? So why would my mom have to go through all those things because I want to do a church wedding? I know my mom really wants me to do a church wedding. For her, it's like pride, she has been a worker in the church for a long time. And of course, our parents, they want that. And I also want it. And apart from me wanting it, I also want to make her happy and make her proud and make her proud. So, but since it's not working, will I force myself? So along the line, I just remembered. So while preparing for all these things, I just remembered something that happened to a family friend of ours. This one, nobody said and tell us the story. It happened to somebody very, very close to us. Okay, my brother's friend then, a lady. And this lady was, I don't want to mention the name of the church, but she was going to this church, and she was a devoted Christian. She was the Sunday school teacher, and she was really involved in the church activities very, very well. And so she met this man she wanted to get married to, who wasn't really a church member, and she brought this man to the church elders that want to cancel them and all that. And along the line, what happened was that we just something didn't work out again. And finding out from my brother was telling us how, because they were very close, and telling us how they were just seeing one or two faults, saying that it won't be possible and all that. And later we got, just to cut the long story short, we heard that one of the coordinators of the church daughter got married to this man. My people, when I remember that story, they know the third person, I quickly remove church wedding. I don't want wahala. Even when my sister-in-law was saying that we can still do it in our church, that the pastor is aware and he knows him very well, that just some few cancel. Listen, I know marriage is a very, very important and a very, how do I say it, very important thing in one's life, that it will last the both of you forever. It's a lifetime thing. Okay, I know it's a lifetime thing, but you don't have to necessarily make it difficult for two people who are getting married. They were making it really difficult for both of us. So I just had to say no. It was obvious they didn't want to join us, and I didn't want things to get more worse than it is already. So I just had to rule that off and just marry. And I just married my husband in peace, do the traditional wedding and do the court wedding. So guys, if you hear a noise at the background, please ignore it, because while I was doing this video, the NEPA, Nigeria, the electricity went The electricity went off. Somebody said the devil is a liar. Hey, I must gist you guys this story today. I've been wanting to do it for like only God knows when. So guys, they said so many things, like so many things. When I remember that story of that lady, nobody told me to grab my husband, because deep in my heart I'm already convinced you're the only one who can know, who will know that this person is for you. You don't need anybody to come and tell you that no, this person is not your husband now. So I know this person is my husband. So I had to they said so many things though. People talk to me anyhow as if I'm a, that some of you girls, if you some of you girls, if you hear that somebody is outside blah blah, you just be shaking. I'm like, me? So they said so many things and I'm like, okay, while I for who no get both spouse. Guys, recently, let me tell you guys about this foundation. I've been mixing these two foundations together because I feel this foundation is somehow white, which actually goes with my body color, like my neck down, and my face doesn't really rhyme because I don't cream my face. I don't apply cream on my face. So because I want it to really blend, I've gotten a new foundation routine, which is this Zekel foundation, and I've been mixing them up together and it has been amazing. So I'll just go ahead and apply. This is a full coverage foundation. I'm just going to apply just a little dot. I already primed my face, you guys know, just a little bit. Alright guys, that is actually the end of this video. I'm sorry if my makeup actually took a little bit of time, but let me know which part is your favorite part in all the whole gist, and tell me if I wasn't patient enough or that is how it should be. Just let me know what you think about this gist in the comment section below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And to my old subscribers, thank you once again. And that is the end of this video. I will see you again in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.